First thing I'm gonna do is record. All right, there's our little notification that we're recording. I'm doing this just so if you have anybody that comes back to you and says, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it on a live call, can you just shoot me the recording? That's what this is for. Obviously, it's ideal to be on live, but all right, I'm going to get a screen share up. And I am just going to walk through with you guys tonight, and I'm going to try to move as quickly as possible because I just want to be like super respectful of your time. I'm going to walk through kind of my beginnings in network marketing. I'm going to barely touch on that, but it's really important to know why somebody decided to partner with a company, especially after, being with other super reputable companies, and, share a little bit about the products, and then I'm going to share a little bit about the business, and we're going to be done and go back to our families for the evening. So like Amy said, I'm Mandy. April and I have known each other for a really long time. She's been a product user of a lot of companies that I've been with. Super, super good friend in that regard, just always supporting us. And I'm a mom of 7 in Lexington. I discovered network marketing about 7 years ago, like Amy said, when I got really sick and nobody knew why. I and Amy and April probably remember seeing all of this over the years. All of a sudden, I went from being this vibrant mom of 5 and doing all the things, all the field trips, all the PTA, all of those things, to being basically bedbound. And, I was looking for solutions. I needed answers for the things that I was dealing with. And that is kind of how I got used to or introduced to network marketing, was just looking for product, I knew that quality assurance guidelines in network marketing companies were super stringent because people are very critical of network marketing companies. They want to make sure that you're getting the safest products out there. So they're extremely regulated. And I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but because we're a global company, we're extremely regulated for quality and safety standards, because we have to abide by European standards, and European standards in both health and wellness as well as beauty are extremely stringent and very regulated. So I went looking for products and discovered a business. My first paycheck, and I'm not making any income claims, but my first paycheck in the network marketing industry was $919. I will never forget the day that I got that check for $919. My husband said, "What did you do? And is it legal?" Because I had just shared from my smartphone with my friends. But what I quickly discovered was that this was a tangible solution for me. This was a way that even if I had days where I was sick and I couldn't get out of bed, I could still provide for my family. I could still take the load off my husband. And that's been a huge blessing for us. And it is why to this day, I will fight to the death for this industry. I think it's a beautiful industry. I just think, unfortunately, there are bad apples in every group, and some people make it look bad. But one of the things that you're going to hear me talk about, and one of the things I love about this company the most, is that we teach true smart business ownership here. So moving forward, they say it's not what you know, but it's who you know. And Q is pioneered by the 2 men that you see here. On your left, if you are a super, super, super avid sports fan, you might recognize him. If not, maybe your partner would. But Mr. Mark Wilson is our founder and CEO. He is a 2-time Super Bowl champion with the Oakland Raiders. Also played with the Patriots for a while. When he retired from the NFL, he went into real estate development, had a lot of success with real estate, and then ultimately decided that he wanted to retire to the golf course for the rest of his life. But what he quickly found was that he did not feel fulfilled in doing that. And he needed something that he could do where he felt like he was giving back to people. He did a lot of soul searching and looked for all kinds of different ways that he could give with the days he had left on this earth. And he had kind of a divine appointment with somebody who introduced him to the network marketing sphere and said, if you want to make the maximum amount of impact in the maximum amount of people's lives, you should really go down the network marketing route, but so many people are doing it wrong. You want to make sure you do it right. So he started Q Sciences, which stands for Quintessential Biosciences, meaning the best of the best. And eventually, a few years down the road, the customer side of things, the product acquisition side of things, and you could find our products in doctors' offices mostly, was going really well. But Mr. Wilson needed somebody to come in and really help him to level up on the business side. Enter Jake Spencer, who is now our president and co-owner of the company. Jake has over 2 decades, I believe, experience in the industry. He knows what it's like to be in the trenches. He knows what it's like to be in our position. And while Mark understands, grit, determination, hustle, doing whatever it takes to get where you need to go in that trajectory in creating a legacy company, Jake is kind of the business guru, the person who is helping us level up and innovate and take the company to the next level. And Jake came on in 2018, and since Jake came on in 2018, we have experienced 1,400% growth from 2018, kind of when we revamped everything. 2018 to 2021, we saw over 1,400% growth. Not only that, but our leaders took the company into 26 countries from none in 3 years into 26 countries and counting. And I think by the end of maybe next year, we have a goal to be in 50 countries. And when I say that we're in 26 countries and counting, we are not just shipping to those countries. We have boots on the ground in those countries. We have distribution centers in a lot of those countries, which means not only can we provide cheaper shipping rates for those countries, we can also get their products to them exponentially faster. So what you see here is what is commonly known in the industry as the S curve. And the S curve and if you've been in the industry before, you probably have an idea of what this means. But there's a time in the beginning of the company that is called ground floor, and that's when the company is essentially a startup. It's an excellent time to join as long as the company doesn't fail or go under. Unfortunately, a huge number of companies never make it past this point. So if you can get in at ground floor and the company takes off, that's a great place to get involved. Saturation, which was my very first company that I was part of. It was a legacy company. They're very stable, but it's very difficult to come in because that surge of momentum has already passed in the company. And I remember in my first company looking at the leaders who had come in during momentum and just seeing all of the success that they had and how quickly they had it and been like, man, I missed that. Well, where you see us pictured on the S curve with the X is where we're at. Forbes magazine says the best time to join a company is during a new product launch or during a global expansion, and we are always doing both. So we are on the precipice of full-blown massive momentum right now. All industry experts say that there's a perfect time to get into a company, and right now is that perfect time. My slides are not wanting to advance. Okay. So here you see pictured is Dr. Stephen Kimberly. He is our Chief Science Officer, and he's kind of the brains behind all of our incredible products that we have here at Q Sciences. When Mark Wilson met Dr. Kimberly initially, he said, Mark, you can have a lot of success here, but you're going to have to do it differently because everybody's doing it wrong. So we decided that we were never going to put products into people's hands unless they were different. Something stood out about them. You can go anywhere and get a probiotic. Anywhere. You can go anywhere and get a probiotic right now. You can go anywhere and get a multivitamin, but is there something about that product that stands out, that has an extra oomph to it, that is going to make a difference in your life? Because we want to make sure that we're constantly innovating, because if there's one thing that our leaders understand, and Dr. Kimberly especially understands, is that science doesn't stand still. It's always innovating. We're always learning new things. So we call him the triple threat because he's he is a, what do you call him? Internal medicine doctor. So he understands the benefits to Western medicine, but he also saw all of the benefits in plants and supplementation and all of the things that God gave us in the earth. So he decided to also license himself as a naturopath. Not only that, he was the senior editor at WebMD for a myriad of years. I don't know exactly how many years, but we are just always creating new verticals. Verticals are like different categories within our product line, like collagen, fitness and weight loss, hemp, terpenes, which I'm going to talk about here in a few minutes, nutraceuticals, those types of things. We're always introducing new verticals to always keep us innovating, always keeping us relevant, and always having something to provide people with what they need. So we have a full suite of products. I'm not even going to take the time to go through all of them on this call. Our products are super individualized in the sense that Amy or I would hear what it was that you had a need for. You know, what are your goals? What are your health issues? What are your struggles? And from there, we would customize a plan for you. But I like to break up our product line into two parts. First is our nutraceutical line, which would be, you know, our multivitamins, our anti-inflammatories, our probiotics, things that fall under fitness and weight loss. We have a whole line of vitamin sprays and a sleep spray. They're only $19 each. They're that's one of our most popular verticals. And they say that, you know, the quickest way that you can absorb a vitamin is through an IV, but the second is through under sublingual, under the tongue. So anything we can do to bypass the GI tract, especially if we have issues within the GI tract, such as an unbalanced gut microbiome, we're going to have such better results with something that it comes into the body sublingual. We have a kids line, we have collagen and terpenes, which I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. But then we also have our hemp line. Our hemp line is kind of what put us on the map. And whether or not hemp is something that gets you excited, the fact remains that hemp or CBD is something that you can find everywhere these days. You can find it in a gas station. You can find it at Home Depot, like not even kidding. And there's no regulation. You have no idea what's in the CBD that's out there, which brings me to our quality control standards, I think. Yep. So we have in my first company that I was ever involved with, we begged for this type of document. You know, we told people all the time, this is what you're getting. These are the ingredients in your product. But anytime somebody would say, you know, can you show us that there's no GMOs? Can you show us the type of testing that the products go through for, you know, purity, quality, and efficacy? And we never had that document. Well, what I love about our quality control document here at Q is that not only do we show you that the products are allergen tested, which there are so many people now that have to know that our products are free of all of the common allergens, ensures that the products are packaged well, that there's no, you know, what's the right words? E. coli, fungicides, pesticides, GMOs, herbicides, those types of things. What I love about our quality control standards is that the ingredients are ID tested, meaning that what they say is in them is in them. Because you go to Target or Walmart and you buy something, you have no guarantee, for the most part, you have no guarantee that what they say or the amount of what they say is in the product is actually in the product. There's so many fillers and synthetics, things that you just flush straight out of your body. And you're pouring your money down the toilet because you're just peeing it all out because you're not absorbing it. So these quality control standards, this is a document that people in so many companies beg for and don't get because there's so much, there's no transparency. And our leader said that we will always be transparent. We will always tell you exactly what's in our products, and they always have. So I love that they're ID tested. So I'm going to touch on just a few of our best sellers, products that are actually completely changing people's lives. This combo here, which is called Core, this is the foundation of our product line, but it's also the foundation of our businesses should you decide to partner with us here at Q. This combo is found in, I believe, 87.4% of subscriptions month after month. And not only that, which is huge, that 87% of our customers are ordering core. This package stays in the average subscription for 22 months. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know if you have any experience in the industry, but when I can get anybody on a product for 1 month, I can usually keep somebody on a product for 2 months, but to keep somebody on a product combo for 22 months, it has to work. It has to do what it says that it does. So quickly, Q Core comes in these little AM and PM packets. You just tear them off. You take one in the AM, one in the PM. Don't take the PM too late in the day because it does have some B vitamins in it, which can give you energy. And I would hate to see it keep anybody up at night. So I just usually say take the AM in the morning and take the PM by like mid-afternoon. But what those contain is our Q Max, which is our multivitamin that penetrates the blood-brain barrier, and people get incredible brain health benefits from this multivitamin. Not only are they getting, the vitamins, minerals, amino acids, everything is methylated and fully absorbed by the body. Not only are they getting that, but they have incredible brain health benefits that people can feel. Again, I'm not making any medical claims, but some of the biggest things that we hear about Q is from people who struggle with a lot of worry and a lot of sadness. They say, I don't feel that fog over myself when I wake up in the morning. I feel like the fog in my brain has cleared. I feel excited about the day. So that's Q Max. Q Biotics is obviously, if you Google gut health and migraines, gut health and IBS, gut health and this, it's the buzzword. Everybody's looking for gut health solutions. And this is a spore-based probiotic that just gets in there and balances the gut microbiome with pre and probiotics. Q Align is our anti-inflammatory. When I say anti-inflammatory, it definitely addresses that kind of inflammation that makes us sore or in pain or like makes our joints achy, like that type of inflammation. But more than anything, we're addressing cellular inflammation that's just a result of living in a broken world with pollution and contaminated food and what's in the air, what's in the water, all those types of things. And Q Align addresses that. Also helps with puffiness, that type of thing. And then lastly, we just added our Q Digest. It became, when we released that at our last convention, it became our #1 bestseller, I believe. If it wasn't our #1 bestseller, it was in the top 3. And our executives decided to put it in core, which I think is just amazing. You take it in the morning and it contains 11 digestive enzymes that work to break down. There are digestive enzymes that are targeted to the breakdown of fats, the breakdown of carbs, the breakdown of glutens, dairy, sugars, legumes, and like beans and stuff like that. They're very targeted digestive enzymes because we start to produce less digestive enzymes as we get older and as our stomach acid increases, killing off those enzymes. So that's Q+. What I get really excited to share about, if you go to my Facebook page, I did a reel about it today, but I get so excited to share about our collagen because, before I was even here at Q, they worked on a collagen product. One of the things that Q is really known for from a business perspective is giving people what they want. They ask the field, they ask the masses, what is it that you want? And the overwhelming response for, 2 years was, we want a collagen product. Everybody has collagen. They said, okay, we'll give you collagen, but we're not going to give you collagen until we create a formulation of collagen that stands out from the rest. So the first thing we know is that powdered collagen is not really absorbed by the body. Powdered collagen, the body kind of, and I'm not trying to bag on it. It's just a scientific fact because the first company I was with has the powdered collagen. People love it. If you love it, keep taking it. But the fact remains is that powdered collagen is only about 40% absorbable by the body. Whereas we created a liquid medical grade. So liquid medical grade, meaning if you were in the hospital and had a feeding tube and they were giving you collagen through that feeding tube, this is the type of collagen that it would be in its full matrix. So most collagens out there, you can Google different collagen brand specifications. So, something like that, and go to images and you'll see tons of very popular collagen lines and what different types of collagens they have. There's like 10 different types of peptides. And we're full matrix in the sense that I think most collagens only have one or two. We have 5. We have 2 different collagens. One is called Reform, one is called Rebuild. Reform, I don't expect you to remember all this, so you can ask us after the call if you want. Reform is peach mango, and it's for the external structures of your body, such as your hair, skin, and nails. I got my nails done recently because we had convention, but other than that, I've stopped getting my nails done because I was having to go every 10 days to 2 weeks because of how fast they were growing. Rebuild is it addresses the internal structures of the body, and it's a vanilla flavor. People love to put Rebuild on their granola, in their oatmeal. They'll put it around the rim of their glass and then fill it up with one of our green supplement that's apple cinnamon. So it creates like an apple cinnamon vanilla. There's just so many different things you can do with it, but that collagen is geared towards joints, ligaments. It's a great source of protein, like before or after a workout. That's when a lot of people take it. So 2 different types geared towards 2 different things. And then we have our collagen skincare line, which absolutely, I wish I had a vat of the repair serum to just slather on myself every day. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. My friends tell me they just use 1 pump at a time. And I'm like, I've been using 3 the whole time. Like every night I'm just like, and the stuff is amazing. It has collagen, colloidal gold, and hemp in it. And it's great. These are real life photos here. I know these people. If I didn't know them, I might be a little hesitant, but I actually know these people in real life and was able to see these before and afters transpire. So, Bridget there on the left, her skin just looks brighter. Katie's just amazing there. That day 1 versus day month just blows my mind. And then I don't know the guy, but I had a friend who said, she went up to him and said, dude, did you get hair plugs? Like, I don't believe it. Like, you had to have gotten hair plugs. He did not. So these are just some of our collagen testimonials. I know Donna at the beginning of the call was talking about her incredible success with weight loss, and it just blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do what she's doing. But something we have here that Amy didn't even know about that is super special. And people join literally for this program. It's called MyQFit. It's an app that comes equipped. It's a free app if you're a part of the community here at Q, that comes with free personal trainers. Like, they literally message you. I get messages from them. It's not a robot. It's actually them. Dietitians, nutritionists, whatever you want to call it. And they help you create an individualized and tailored plan for you, from workouts to meal plans. They have challenges where you can win prizes and stuff like that. You can use it as little or as much as you want, but some people just use it to track their macros. Some people use it just for the workouts. Some people use it just for the accountability from the trainers. But it can be as little or as much as you want it to be, and it's free with your partnering with the community here. Katie, that you can see here in the phone screen, if you can see that, the little bar of people on the Zoom is kind of covering it up on my end. I don't know what you guys can see, but this is my mentor, Katie. She introduced me to Q. And these are this kind of her results after being with MyQFit for like 6 months, I think. So pretty incredible. We have a whole vertical of fitness and weight loss products, from energy drinks to complete shakes that are meal replacements, to our ultra lean shakes that are just kind of a snack. We have our new Trim Plus, which people are I lost 5 pounds in 2 days on Trim Plus. I got to be a product tester for that. So Trim Plus is new. We have our new detox tea, which is just a gentle tea. It does not send you running to the bathroom. That is used to cleanse the liver and kidneys morning and night. And we take that every day. That's brand new, just introduced like 2 weeks ago. So many different products that can help you meet your needs. I'm going to move a little faster. I'm sorry. I just get so excited sharing because I've had I love it. I didn't say this in the beginning. What I love so much about our line of products is that I have never had to turn anybody away because I didn't have something that could help them. And that's something that I couldn't say in my other companies. So additionally, we have a full spectrum line of hemp. And what sets our hemp apart is that most hemps are oil based. They're made in an olive oil or like a fractionated coconut oil or MCT oil. But what we know about the body is the body's 70% and the body 70% water, and the body rejects oil. It doesn't, when you put oil and water together, they don't mix, they separate. So what we did is we used what is now a patented technology called BioSync. And what BioSync does is it wraps the hemp in a water molecule so that it's absorbed instantly and felt very quickly. So much faster than other hemp oils out there on the market that I've paid much more money for. Hundreds of dollars for this hemp. And we just cut the cost of our hemp and terpene line. Everything you're seeing pictured here, we have cut the price in half to accommodate people with the way the economy is right now, and make it easier for people to get access to our products. We're hoping that's something we'll be able to do with the rest of our product line, but for right now, it's our hemp and terpene line. So people go crazy for our hemp. Their children love it. They love it. We have roll-ons. We have pain creams that like can rub on your neck if your neck is tight. We have there on the right, we have CBD infused water enhancers. These are delicious drinks that help to combat cravings, that promote calmness in the body, that have electrolytes and hydrate. The grape one is called Hydrate. We have one for your pets, and we have one for sleep called Rest. So many different options here within our full spectrum hemp line. This is the last product I'm going to talk about, I promise. So terpenes is probably a pretty foreign word for what I would think would be most of the people on this call. Before I was introduced to Q, I had no idea what terpenes were. When I joined, they were first releasing them. But terpenes are something we decided to do because a lot of countries cannot get hemp into their countries. It's just a huge, Canada, Australia, it's a huge legal process, and they just don't allow it. So what we did, in the same way that essential oils work to elicit a response in the body. So if you need calmness, you think of lavender. We have lavender bath bombs. We have lavender sprays, lavender oil. In the same way that you would think of lavender when you think of calm, terpenes are just active plant compounds that elicit a response in the body. So we have one for pain called Comfort. We have one for sleep called Slumber. Create is for people who struggle with squirrel brain and staying focused on one thing at a time. Kids in school benefit so much from this product. And then we have Chill for, social anxiety, people who get nervous to public speak, people who don't like being in crowds. Chill does exactly what it says. And we're getting ready to soon introduce a new terpene called Love, and I will just let you guess what that is geared towards. So I'm just going to transition a little bit to why I believe this is such a smart business model and why I ultimately decided to partner here with Q. If you're here for products, don't sign off. Just give me a second. Just hear me out. I want to explain to you why when you start to use these products, you're going to love them so much. People are going to want to try them because you're not going to be able to help but talk about them. And I don't say that as a pitch. I fully recognize, having been in this industry for 6 years, that it sounds like I just pitched you. Like, I get it. It sounds like a pitch, but that has been my experience, that people are just wanting what I have. And I decided to upgrade to an ambassador account from a preferred customer account within a week, maybe 2 weeks, something like that, because I knew that I had to share this. First of all, it's a smart business model because we have consumable products. Stoneware, like Pampered Chef, stoneware, candles, jewelry, those are all really great things, and they can make us feel really good about ourselves and help our confidence and that type of thing. I'm not bagging on those things at all, but what I am saying is that when you have a consumable product, it's a very smart business model because people come back every month because they need it every month, because they love the way that they feel. So it's a very smart business model in that regard. And also think about it in this way, in these hard times right now, The first things that are going to go are going to be the things people don't need. But if a product changes somebody's life, they're going to stay on that indefinitely as long as they can afford it. Which is why I also love it that we're reducing the barrier of entry to get into the company, which I'll talk about in just a second, but also reducing the cost of the product, which I've just never heard of. We have competitive compensation in the sense that our compensation plan, we never say it's the best, but we say it's the most generous and it's the most fair because we are completely transparent. Unsaturated market, if you went and asked 20 people if they had heard of Q Sciences, I would be actually absolutely shocked if one person said that they had, because every time I ask somebody says, what are you doing now, Mandy? I say, it's a company called Q Sciences. Have you heard of it? No. And I say, I'm not surprised because most people haven't. And then lastly, obviously, if you've been in network marketing, a 1099, independent contracting as a 1099 it has incredible tax benefits and is just a smart way to conduct business. I'm not going to stay here long because this is outdated. We now have 6 ways that we get paid. So the only thing I want you to see here is what's really cool is there are people who come into this business sometimes and they either come in for the first time and they find that they're really great at acquiring customers, but not so great at building a team. Or they don't want to build a team. They have no desire to build a team. Well, what we did is we recently changed our compensation plan to make it to where if you look at box 2, you can rank up, so to speak. That's a term you may not know if you don't understand the industry very much. You can rank up, promote growing customers, and you can rank up on growing a team. And you can do that simultaneously. Of course, in box 1, you're going to get a certain amount of commission on your customer sales. And then in box 4, you're going to earn rank bonuses when you hit each of those ranks that you see listed in boxes 2 and 3. As far as box 5, I want to talk about that next. So something I get so excited about this, something that really sets us apart as a company is that so many MLM type companies out there are known for their car bonus programs. Well, car bonus programs sound really amazing at first glance, but what we've seen time and time again is that car bonus programs, if you lose rank, which can happen, people get stuck with car leases that they can't afford, and they make purchases, especially when you get this luxury car. You start to think that you can spend above your means, and then as your business ebbs and flows, as is totally normal in any business, you're going to have peak seasons and you're going to have valleys in any business. People don't save for those valleys. And what we decided to do as a company is create what's called the financial freedom movement. And the financial freedom movement is the baby of our president's wife, Sarah, who works with a company called Arcshire Financial. It's completely separate from Q. Was it to be, kind of a subsidiary, is that the right word, or a branch off of Q? That would be like a conflict of interest, but it's a completely different company that comes alongside ambassadors of Q and offers them free financial coaching, a free financial coach, individualized, not group, from day one. This is not based upon your production. It's not based upon your performance. It's not based upon your rank. Anyone who joins as an ambassador gets a free financial coach from day one. This has already made such a profound, even though I've only been with the company a few months, so I'm not up to these huge bonuses yet, the way that I was in my last company. I'm already relearning everything I have learned in years past. That's totally changed the way that I spend, that we are starting to save, pay on debt. And that's what the financial freedom movement does. They help you with debt elimination strategies, but they do it while you're also saving, because if all you ever do is Dave Ramsey it and pay off debt, which I love Dave Ramsey, don't get me wrong, but if all you're ever doing is paying off debt and you don't have a savings and you get into a pickle, you're going to go straight back into debt because you don't have a savings. So they're geniuses. They help us establish emergency funds. They have credit repair services. They have lending services. They have, they want to make sure that you have the right kind of life insurance, because so many people have the wrong life insurance. So many benefits to this program, and it's absolutely free to all ambassadors. Once you hit the rank of elite, which is only 4 ranks into the compensation plan, or if you have 2,000 in volume in customer sales, you will start to get a bonus every month toward the debt of your choice. If you don't have debt, they pay that bonus towards the retirement or savings plan of your choice. This month, just to give you a little backstory real quick, I started earning the financial freedom movement program, or the debt payoff program, in April, but I forgot to enroll. Can you believe that? It's so awful. I just want to hide. I forgot to enroll. So they sent me the paperwork in like, what is it? This is September. They sent me the paperwork in like July and said, Mandy, you forgot to enroll. Any other company could have just said, too bad, you forgot to enroll. They sent me the paperwork and said, you need to enroll, and we're going to backdate all of your payments that you've earned it and pay it. So last week, my husband comes to me and he says, who made a $1,000 payment to our Discover card? Because he thought it had come out of our personal account. And he goes, why is $1,000 paid off of our Discover card? And I was like, that's FFM. They paid off our Discover card, and now that credit card is paid off. But I just thought it was so funny because he had no idea where that money had come from. And I was like, that's our debt. At the rank of elite, they give you $100 per month. At bronze, you get $200 per month. At silver, they give you $300 per month. And then gold and up is $400 a month, all the way to the top of the company. At first, I did not think $400 sounded like very much, but then I realized my friend Katie, who had been in the company for like 20 months, whatever it was, she told me the amount of months she had been in the company, and it ended up being $40,000. They had paid off $40,000 of her debt. And I was just like, holy crap, that adds up. So becoming an ambassador typically is $99 per year. Right now it is $39. They are easing that cost of entry, removing as much resistance as possible, because families are struggling right now and needing to bring in an additional source of income. So right now, just in the month of September, you can join for $39.99, and you're going to get access to all of these things that you typically would have to pay $99 to get access to, which is your app that you run your business completely through. The MyQFit app, just like Amazon Prime, you're going to get free shipping on your subscription every single month. That's huge. I mean, that's $15 per order. So if you multiply 15 times 12, that's more than $99, which would be the original cost. And then you get your complete e-commerce site. The last thing I just want to share is that I've been in a lot of companies before, not a ton. I've been in 2 other companies and then kind of dabbled just with, regular monthly orders in a few other companies. But I've grown 2 previous businesses to 6 figures, and I would join Q again if I knew I would never make it past the first few levels in the company, because the community here is so different. This is not your typical MLM. And sometimes it can be super tough growth, because they are teaching us to be very smart, savvy business owners. They're teaching us how to run a business like a business, not make a ton of money or make some money or make a little money and blow every single bit of it and have nothing to show for it. My husband told me the 22 months, this is just me being transparent with you guys, the 22 months that I was with my last company, if I'm remembering my numbers correctly, I made $230,000. And David said, where did it go? We have nothing to show for that. $230,000. And I was telling my kids the other day, I was passing the mall. It's a shopping center here in Lexington, and it has my favorite store in it. It's called Free People. It's my favorite store. And I said, I'd just love to go to Free People. Sammy, remember when I could go to Free People? And he was like, yeah, Mom, but because of Q, even if you had the money you had back that I'm working to build again, he said you wouldn't go there because your financial coach would tell you not to. And he was totally right. They would. So I love it that our leaders here, they say act broke and stack cash, because you wouldn't know it our top leaders that are making $45,000, $65,000, $90,000 up to $120,000 per month. And we have one girl who's on the brink of going to $160,000 per month. You wouldn't know it. They shop at Target. Their kids are enclosed from Target. They drive normal cars, and they act broke and stack cash, which is what we are teaching people to do here, to create generational wealth, to create generational impact and a lasting legacy for our families for years to come. By partnering with this team, you're going to have access to advisory council members, equity council members. The vice president of business development is a dear friend of mine, and she's willing to come alongside and work with anybody that I say is really working hard and needs help. They're here for your success. So you're going to have that proximity to top leaders. This is a corporate partnership. They always say it's 50-50. It is not. They come in and tell us what to do. We try new products before they put them on the market. We beta test everything. When I went to Silver Summit, which is a leadership summit that we have, a few months ago, we came into a room, we went into a kitchen, and there was a table and it was full of products. And for every single product, we had to say, what do you think we should call this? Do you like the flavor? Is it too sweet, too tart? And the number one question, which is my favorite question as a businesswoman, was, can you sell this? And I can't think of another company that would ever ask their field that. They would think they had it all figured out, that they knew what was best for the field, but who better to ask than the people that are doing this? So I just appreciate that about what we have here. And then lastly, the 5 F's, we call it our 5 F's. It's the most important tenets of our business. Every convention, they talk on all 5 F's. They give out a 5 F's award. This is faith, family, friends, fitness, and finances. So I love it. I love it, what we're doing here, but I also love how we're doing it. It's just so super special. I feel very honored and blessed that even though it took coming out of a very bad and traumatic situation with my last company to bring me here, I wouldn't change it. Even though I'm having to rebuild, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world, because it's making me the person I am today. It's making me a better mother, wife. It's made me take better care of my body. And I'm just so grateful and thankful for the opportunity to share that with you guys tonight. So, Amy, I'll turn it back over to you. You can kind of let everybody know how to get back in touch with you. I thank you guys. Thank you. This took about 45 minutes. I kind of like to keep it around 30. I'm sorry, I get excited talking about the products, but just glad that you guys stuck on and could be here tonight.
Thanks so much, Mandy. That was awesome. I've already got some positive feedback in my messenger from some of the people here on the call. So I'm excited to catch up with you guys. I'm going to let you all get to whatever you're doing. My husband finally came home from work, so I'm going to go see him. But if you want to talk more about this, need more information, just hit me up in Facebook Messenger. I think that's the easiest way. And then we can get into a group chat with Mandy if you have questions that I can't answer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Feel free to connect anybody with me, or we can do another Zoom one-on-one. Totally up to you guys. I'm at your disposal.
Thanks so much, Mandy. And thank you everybody for your time tonight. I am so appreciative. I'll talk to you guys.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.